Davante Adams is not happy with the Raiders. All right, here's a couple of quotes. And we have a correction from him. First off, the Raiders, go ahead and grab their season win total over at DraftKings, because whatever it is, let's go ahead, like right now, fire on the under. I told you when I went to watch them right here in Los Angeles when they played the Rams. Remember, I said McDaniels is completely disconnected from this team. Like, he literally was standing 50 yards away from the team. He never looked up from his play sheet. Never. At any point. Never interacted with the team. Like, if you're a head coach, I understand you're kind of doing your own thing. And he's more of an offensive coordinator masquerading as a head coach. But if you're just looking for vibes, the vibes were horrific on that Raiders sideline. Lombardi's son was doing more talking to the team than the head coach and McDaniels. I got to give Mick credit. But you take a look at what happened with Davante Adams. Recently, he was on The Ringer, and he said this. The front office think this is the best for us right now to put us in a position to be urgent. We don't see eye to eye on what we think is right for us right now. Quote, it all depends on the style of ball we play. If we play a certain brand of ball, I can get Garoppolo to conform to whatever. But if we use him a certain type of way, then it's going to make it tough for us to maximize who we are next year. He said, I'm just going to buy in. Essentially, I'm paraphrasing, but Adam said, I'll try to buy into what they're putting down, but I don't agree with it. Okay? That's not great. He's calling out the coaching staff. There's no other way to look at it that he's going directly at McDaniels. McDaniels can't hear him because he's standing a football field away from him and doesn't communicate with his players. Now, Adams actually came back. I don't know if he ran back the comments, but here's him clarifying those comments.
And that respect back. And obviously sometimes things get said and taken out of context, like I said. And it's never my intention to bring any type of negative attention or throw off the focus of the team or whatever, which did not happen, by the way. We got a lot of guys in here that know me well by this point and know my intentions. No, I just want to win. I'm here to try to win a Super Bowl like everybody else is on their team. So that's really my only focus. I'm not really – the thing is with me, and I'm unapologetically me. At the end of the day, I truly do not care what people have to say. So when I'm clearing things up and talking about this stuff, a lot of times it's me protecting other people that were involved. Like, I don't ever want Jimmy to feel a way, think that I didn't want him here, or I don't like him, or I don't want Josh to feel like, I post a picture with Ziggs and then they're like, oh, is it Josh that that must be the real problem. So y'all can do that. If you're that bored, like, go play Monopoly or something.
He's one of the great talents that I've ever seen. He is eloquent. He's got a great personality, and he speaks his mind. He was speaking his mind, and he tried to run it back a little bit. You said what you said. Don't worry about it. It's all good. He's a good teammate. He made Rodgers. He got Rodgers 2 back-to-back MVPs. It's 7.5 on the number. The schedule to start is brutal for the Raiders. You got to pay $1.50 juice to go under it. They won 6 games last year, the Raiders, Amal Shah.
Look, I don't disagree with what he said, and I understand why he walked the comments back a little bit, but here's the problem. You mentioned it. The head coach stands 30 yards away from the rest of the team on the sideline. I have never, ever seen that in football in my life before, Patrick. I don't know if you have. And the head coach has a career record of 17 and 28, which is a wonderful 38 winning percentage. I mean, how this guy got recycled is amazing to me.
It's just it's the good boy network. He was a good boy for a few years. Once he went back to New England, he tried to pull the okey doke on the Colts, which he did, which was unsavory behavior at the time. I know nothing about McDaniels. I know nothing about his coaching acumen. Nothing. I love him as a play caller. I always thought he was innovative. Every time he watched the Patriots, I thought there was a new wrinkle. Had nothing to do with Tom Brady. It felt like he was innovative with his play calling. That doesn't make you a head coach. This idea, and we continue to purport it, this idea that because you call plays well in the NFL on defense or offense, that all of a sudden it makes you a CEO is the dumbest hiring practice we've ever seen. It's a joke.
I would agree with you completely, and I'd like the point you just made. There's certain guys, and to me, there's a couple of names that stand out on an offensive defense side of the ball. Wade Phillips and Ray Rhodes, great defensive coordinators, not head coaches. Turner, Norv Turner, great offensive coordinator, not a head coach, and I feel like McDaniels is kind of in a similar boat.
You got anything on Adams, big guy?
The Raiders alternate win total. You can get under 5.5 at plus $1.95. If you look at this schedule, The Broncos are going to be better. They have the Bills, Steelers, Chargers. They'll probably beat the Packers. No way McDaniels beats Bill Belichick. Going to lose to the Bears are going to be better. Going to lose at the Lions. The Giants will probably beat them. The Jets will definitely beat them with Rodgers. The Dolphins are not winning in Miami. They're going to lose to the Chiefs. They'll probably lose to the Vikings. They're probably going to beat the Colts and split with the Broncos, pick up a win with the Packers. We're looking at like a four-win team here. I don't hate under 5.5 plus 195. I don't buy into this team at all. They did not get better in the offseason.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.